Power, excuse me, power fans, what it do? It's your boy Jay Spruill. Movies, music, sports, and life. Man, I got the notes on the little phone. Let's get right into it. So, obviously, we were all waiting for this to come back. The first thing I noticed is that Noma was sending everybody off of where she wanted them to go. And the funny thing that I took from that is, Effie, you up him right? So you should be able to find him. I think the thing about Noma really is fun. She really is. She's like drop dead gorgeous, but she doesn't do a lot to remind you that she's gorgeous. So I think that's how I'm for sure she's a better actor than Mary J. Blige because you're so intent on what she's saying, how she says it, and her emotions and the way she emotes that half the time you forget that she's pretty unless she does something to remind you that she's pretty. So she's a great actress. Um, I think a lot of y'all were focused on Monet when she was walking around watching herself on the operating table that some of y'all didn't listen. But one of the doctors says needs to be extracted. So that could be a major plot point somewhere down the line. Because you have to wonder what needs to be extracted, what needs to be taken out in terms of her being injured that bad from the shooting. And that was just, it was a good technique that they used where they had the doctor say it, but you really had to be focused on what they were saying. They didn't blast it over the intercom, they just kind of said it in passing. And the best part about the cameos, Zeke is still terrible as an actor. He's hilarious, but yeah, it's your fault I'm dead, and she said something so stupid like, "Do you deserve another chance?" She said, "No, but I want one anyway." But the most powerful part is when Mecca and Lonzo were talking to her, and he said, "Can you give us just one reason why you should live?" And as soon as they said that, they cut away from the scene. So that's in literary terms they call that foreshadowing. So maybe there's gonna be one thing that she's gonna tell the kids or she's gonna tell the audience why she should be allowed to live. So then Diana was having second thoughts. Drew wasn't hearing none of that because how was that gonna work out? Hey mom, we really did try to offer you, but when you were in that hospital, we really kind of came around and just realized we weren't right. It's like, pop, pop. That'd be the shortest explanation of all time. They used the van as a distraction to kill some of Noma's people, but I kind of felt that was a waste of a scene. You didn't get the job done. You making excuses. Oh, well, that's less of her people that's gonna be after us. Nobody tried to hear that. That was a waste of a scene. You didn't get the job done. My British guy, is it Odie? Odie, he tried the power play of holding her hand and like, yeah, let me hit it on the side or whatever he was proposing. And did you see her mouth? Her mouth was like this while he was still talking, so that's how you knew he was gonna get smacked. And the only thing I could think about that is they had to have slept together at least once because, and she probably just checked him and said, yeah, that was a one-time thing because otherwise she just looked too disgusted for that to be like something normal that he's allowed to do. She looked disgusted. So I don't know what got into him in that moment, I don't know if it's just desperation, but yeah, she let the help know that she not feeling him at all. Effie say came from killing Braden's brother and dad. That was kind of like whatever. That was kind of a whatever scene. Um, Drew kidnapped his sister. I had a feeling that his sister was gonna, pick up on what was going on. Um, you can say whatever about rich white people. They not used to being kidnapped, so even if they don't know a whole bunch of street stuff, they gonna know the street stuff that they got kidnapped. They not gonna. They're not so naive that that's gonna go over their head. And so it was so funny when she maced him. Ah, ah! Just the way he yelled. Because I think what made it funnier was the excuses that he was giving was like real lame. So when he giving all those lame excuses, and then he finally just broke cover and just tried to snatch her phone and gave her a half punch. Man, she maced that man. That man was screaming. He was screaming like Dre when Big Nose Dre, got a big nose like me, rest in peace Dre, when he was burning the fire in the jail cell. He was screaming. He was screaming like she set him on fire, man. Big Booty walking into the shower. I was kind of cool on that scene for a couple reasons. I just kind of feel like somebody like Davis. I could tell that both of these women are just, you know, kind of groupies, just mess with rich and powerful people. Cause he went to make the phone call. They was into each other. They wasn't even looking over at him, and that's the sign that I'm not really here for you. I'm just here because I'm supposed to be here. And if he lost his law license, then it's like maybe he's just getting this off because he still got the appearance of having money, but how's he gonna be able to maintain that expensive house? So I guess I don't know that. I don't know, man. That I'm just glad that they didn't just go all gratuitous and make us watch them three, because I think Power kind of overdoes it with that sometimes. But yeah, I'm not really into it if it's a couple chicks that don't even really like you like that. You know what I mean? There ain't even no relationship there. Um, did y'all notice that Monet was flatlining like 27 minutes into the movie? So uh, I guess they did that to make it more dramatic. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but obviously, she make too much money per episode. They wasn't finna take her out. And then we'll get to the end. But those jungle bunnies turns you into a little white monkey. Man, that was hilarious. I just couldn't believe how racist it was. But I guess it was a reminder of that's how they see you. That's how they look at you in real life. Possibly on the set of the show. It's a wake up call. You know what I mean? So that's why it's hard for me to kind of have an open mind when it comes to that, because somebody can have that much hatred and talk about you like that. I don't know. So Tariq only makes one kill. There's really only one. Well, yeah, only one kill of somebody significant. So Angie's nephew gets taken out by Tariq, and I guess my light skinned cousin Michael Ealy. I say that because I have an older cousin who passed away in the Vietnam War that looks just like him. Uh, that's gonna set him off. When Angie's sister came crying and said, "I'm sure it was Tariq St. Patrick. They've been terrorizing my family." And then it was right after he did his confessional, his Catholic confession. I just got a feeling he is just gonna be obsessed with all of the with Tariq and all of them and making sure that he gets revenge. Whatever happened to his wife, he's blaming Ghost for it. So maybe they might show us how Ghost actually took her out, whether it was on accident or purpose. All right, y'all. Have a great weekend. Let me know down in the comments what you think is going to happen in episode 2.